Hi, and welcome back to another motivational moment with me. My name is Michelle. That's Michelle with two L's, never spelled with one, okay? And I am a certified life coach. And the name of my business is Speak Life Coaching Group. And my goal and my job is always to speak life into you. So today's topic is going to be, what do you do when life changes suddenly? Let that marinate in your spirit just for a few minutes. What do you do when life changes suddenly? So I'm going to give you 8 points and then I'm going to go take my seat. Number one, remember the only thing constant about life is change. That's the only thing that's because everything's going to change and you can't escape it. Life is going to happen to you. It's going to happen to me. It's going to happen to all of us. And at some point, we all just need to remember that change is inevitable. Change is going to happen. Whatever age you are right now, think about back when you were 5 years old, if you can remember that far back. And remember when you were 10 and you were 15 and you were 20 and you were 25 and then you were 30 and then you were 40 and whatever age you are now. We all are changing. It's inevitable. Okay. Now, the only way you don't change is if the Lord sees fit to take you away from here. Then at that point, if you didn't get a chance to make it until whatever age you are now, then yes, that's, it is what it is. But if you're still living, change is going to be inevitable. Now, here's the key. Here's the takeaway. How you deal with your change, how I deal with my change is really up to us. If you can think back to a time where you could get up and down and you could jump around and you didn't have any problems with your knees. And if you're like me, I do suffer from arthritis in both knees, and I can remember a time where I didn't have knee issues. Now, I will say it kind of got a little worse when I got into powerlifting, but I can remember a time when I didn't have knee issues. But change happened, and now I do. Now the key is how do I deal with it? I choose not to let that keep me from doing the things that I want to do, right? I think I showed you all on a video that I use something called NeoCell. It's great for joint support. If push comes to shove, I'll get gel shots. Now I am so thankful. I think it's been about 4 years now, maybe even 5, but I know it's been at least 4 years now since I've gotten a series of gel shots. It's a 3 series shot, so you go back either 3 Mondays in a row or 3 Fridays in a row to get this gel injected into your knees. And when I tell you that stuff is just amazing, I know some people say that they've gotten it, it didn't work for them, but honey, it lasts me about 3 years. I started out with the cortisone. Cortisone was great, but because I trained the way I train, it only lasted a month, and the pain came back something awful. But what I'm saying is, change happens, and I did not allow the pain in my knees to keep me from doing the things that I love. So how you deal with it is really what matters the most. Number two, remember you're not alone. There are thousands and millions of people going through a similar experience as you are at this very moment. So don't ever think, and I used to think that way, I'm probably the only person dealing with ABC or XYZ. Honey, you're not. You are not. There are so many people dealing with the exact same thing that you're dealing with. And guess what's going to make the difference? How you deal with it, how you handle it. Do you allow it to shut you down? Do you just shut out the world? Do you just sit back and hate everything and everybody? I'm going to suggest that you don't, but how you deal with it is what's going to matter the most. Number three, it's normal to feel confused or upset. So you probably want to scream, you may even want to curse, and you might even want to plead with God. And sometimes you're doing this all at the same time. Trust me when I tell you, my hand is raised because I've been there. I know how that works. When life just seems like it just wasn't going to ever align for me and allow me to just get on a straight path. Sometimes I'd be going down that straight path and then I kind of go this way and I get back on the path and then it takes me this way. So I've done that. I've screamed, I've cursed, and I prayed all at the same time. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do that, but I can keep it real because I'm always going to keep it real with you. I've done that before. So you are probably at a point where all you want is for life to go back to normal and you want your old life back. Well, can I just tell you that Normal as we knew it, I don't think it will ever come back. Where we are right now, this is the new normal. But in the sense that maybe you're financially not stable as you were at one time, maybe you don't have the job that you had at one time. You have a job, it's just not paying you as much as your last job. Whatever the case may be, don't look to go back to normal. Look to get better. So I don't know about you all, but I don't want to go back. That's like you taking back an ex. For what reason? Now, if you all ended on a good note, maybe it's just a mutual thing, probably. But if you didn't, why would you take this ex cheater back? If they cheated then, guess what? They're going to do it again. Been down that road, guilty. I've done that. Never again, but I've done that. So what I'm saying to you is stop wanting and wishing and hoping and waiting for your old normal to come back. Start something new. Number 4, remember the funk that you're in right now. Eventually it will leave. Oh, that's powerful right there, y'all. So your life will never be normal again, which I just said. And it will never be, it will never go back to the old normal. Okay, but you will learn to create a new normal. As human beings, we are designed to endure. We are built for survival. And I can't remember, I think it was Les Brown, and he talked about how whatever it is that you're going through, if you just keep going through it, don't let it deter you. Don't let it break you down. Don't let it get you down. But you just go through that thing, because eventually the storm will cease and something else will take its place. If you all have ever watched the movie The Perfect Storm, y'all, that's my movie. In fact, I have it tattooed on the upper part of my back, because I always say that I am a perfect storm. See, the perfect storm, it starts to brew way off out in the sea. And sometimes you don't have enough time to really prepare for it. When that storm comes, it's hitting hard. It's hitting hard. And it can be destructive, and it can wipe out everything in its path. And just as quick as it came, it's gone. That's a perfect storm. But the thing is that once that storm leaves, something else will take its place. What is that something else, you ask? Well, once the storm leaves, guess what? The storm's going to bring about dark clouds. It's going to bring about a violent rain, a violent end. But when that storm passes and it's gone, the sun will come back out. See, it's not going to rain all day, every day, forever. Eventually, that rain will cease and something else is going to take its place. So whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, if you're in a foul, funky mood, or whatever it is that you're going through, always know that those feelings that you have, oh, honey, they are going to cease. They are. They are going to cease, and something else is going to take its place. But you have to be ready, both physically and mentally, to handle that new norm that's going to come your way. And I could talk about that for a long time. Number 5, practice self-reflection. Sometimes change comes about to force us to slow down. Don't I know that? Sometimes the change comes about to force us to look at how we treat ourselves and or other people. Sometimes the change comes about to give us to get us to depend more on God than we depend on ourselves. And I've been guilty of that too in the past, where I depend more on Michelle than I depended on God. And God is sitting back with his arms folded like, okay, I'm going to sit back and watch you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because when it's not going to work, number one. And when it fails, you're going to end up coming to me like you should have in the beginning. I know I'm not the only one. Somebody else has experienced that. So change happens for a reason. I don't know about you. I don't know what your beliefs are. But I'm going to tell you, I always believe that whenever change happens, it's for a reason. Change, as I said before, sometimes God needs to get your attention. And he says, okay, you know what? I'm going to take all of that stuff away. Because I've been trying to get your attention, but you're not paying attention. And now when all of it's gone, and you sitting down talking to God, oh God, why me? Lord, I need. Lord, I want. God has said, okay, now that I have your attention, are you ready to listen? Because I've been trying to talk to you for a while now, but you just weren't listening. Or you were hearing me, but you weren't listening. And so he has to allow things to happen because some of us, we're just constantly ripping and running, we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. And so when sometimes things will happen, and I'm not wishing anything bad on anybody, but he may allow that heart attack to come. He may allow that stroke to come. You'll bounce back from it, but he's going to let you go through that because he needs you to slow down. Again, he's trying to get your attention. And sometimes things happen because God needs you to look at how you treat yourself. How are you treating yourself? I've met people that treat the world just, as if they are just cotton candy, just they're just so great with the world, but they're so horrible to themselves. And my thing is, why? I'm not going to treat the world with care and concern and just throw my needs and my wants out the window. No, I'm not doing that. I can care for God's people, but I've got to take care of me too, because I'm the only me that I have. And guess what? You can do for everybody else. And when God says, all right, that's enough, your time is up, and you're gone, those people are still going to be there. So you have got to take care of yourself. And if you're not treating other people right, I need you to start doing that as well. I'm going to tell you this real quick and I'm going to move on. But recently I had someone ask me a question on a video that I did. And the question was, how do you forgive yourself when you didn't do right by your parent and your parent died as a result of the neglect, or I'm not sure what happened. I didn't ask all of that. But it just goes back to, be careful how you treat other people. Yeah, that's powerful right there. Number 6, ask for help. You don't have to face hard times alone. Ask for the help when you need it. Reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to your church, reach out to your neighbors, and God forbid if you have to, reach out to your enemies, okay? Because you'd be surprised at who can bless you when you need a blessing. So a lot of people don't like to ask for help because they view asking for help as a sign of weakness, and that's not. We all need help at some point in time. I'm going to be honest with you. At one time, that was me. I would never ask for help because to me, it made it seem like I was weak. And I always tell people I'm an alpha female. I'm an Aries. I've always been a strong person. So being weak, that doesn't work well for me. But over the years, I've had to learn that when I need help, I've got to open my mouth. The good Lord bless me with a nice, thick set of lips right here. So I have to open my mouth and tell people what I need. I have to ask for what I want. Just like I go to God in prayer and ask him for what I need to be able to open my mouth to other people. And I get it. I get what you're saying because I hear you. I do. You're saying, but Michelle, I don't like to tell everybody my business. I don't either. I'm a semi-private person. But I always tell people, you best believe if you come to me and you have a need, that need stays between you and I. I'm going to figure out, I may not be able to help you personally, but I'm going to figure out who I can get to help you. But I'm not going to spread your business all around because that's not what I do. So I want to encourage you all, if people open up to you and share their issues and their concerns with you, please make sure you keep that to yourself. Don't go run and tell everybody because y'all know how we like to do. Keep it to yourself. That's another reason why people don't ask for help. And number 7, focus on and appreciate what you have left. Anytime you lose something, it's a horrible feeling. Let's just keep it real. Be it a home, a car, a family member, a pet, a friend, a job, it's a horrible feeling. However, however, you have to focus on what you have left because it helps to bring you a sense of peace during those difficult times. Too often times we ramble on and we just lose our minds over what we left. Oh Lord, I had this beautiful home, now it's gone. I had this car, now it's gone. I had this, I had that, I had the other. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. But not once do you stop and say, okay, God, those things are gone. But I'm thankful that I still have my family. I'm thankful that I still have my children, my whatever it is that you have left. In the midst of losing all your stuff, be thankful for what you have left. That's why every morning when I wake up, you guys, before my feet hit the floor, I am thanking God. Lord, thank you for tapping me on my shoulder and waking me up one more time. Thank you for waking me up in my right mind. Thank you for waking me up with activity in my limbs. Thank you for allowing me to wake up in a nice warm bed with tons of covers because I love covers. I like the heat. But thank you for having a roof over my head. Thank you for having food in my refrigerator. Some mornings I would sit and try to decide what am I going to eat today. And I ain't going to lie, every now and then I may decide to go out and get breakfast, which is sad because I have a refrigerator full of food. But sometimes it just gets to be so much. But you get where I'm going with this. Focus on what you have left. Stop worrying about what you lost. Focus on what you have left. Show God that, okay, I may have lost that stuff, but Lord, I'm thankful that I still have this. Because if you're faithful over little, what does the Bible say? God will make you ruler over a lot. So be thankful for what you have left. And number 8, last but not least, you have to make the choice to keep going. I know it's hard. I know what you're thinking, but Michelle, how? How do I do that? You have to make the choice to keep going. So I know you're going to stay in bed. I know you are going to stay in bed forever. I'm sorry, I know you want to stay in bed forever. You don't want to talk to anybody. And honestly, just you feel like giving up. Doing these things won't bring back the loss or it won't fix the past. Besides, even if you check out of life, everything and everyone will keep on moving. Simply put, take things one day at a time. That's your takeaway right there. Take things one day at a time. I didn't say you have to jump in there and just try to grab life in your arms and keep it moving. No, take everything one day at a time. Okay, you've lost something. It could be a loved one. It could be, again, it could be anything. But don't sit in that bed, not washing your behind and brushing your teeth and combing your hair and fixing yourself up so you can look presentable. Get up and keep moving. You feel like doing those things. Who doesn't? We all have been down that road. But at some point, honey, break up with somebody and see if you don't feel like your world has just come to a complete end and you don't want to do anything for anybody for any reason. Been down that road. But you can't stay in that funky mood forever. You've got to get up, brush yourself off, hold your head up, square your shoulders, stick your chest out. And you got to keep going because life is going to go on. And here's the thing, life is going to go on with you or without you. I want life to go on with me for as long as I possibly can. So stop giving up on stuff. Stop giving up on yourself. Because like I always tell people, if you give up on you, why should I keep hanging in there? If you've checked out already. All I'm asking you to do is take things one day at a time. That's it. You don't have to start planning long range or any of that. Take everything one day at a time. Let me do a quick recap and I'm going to let you be. So today we talked about what do you do when life changes suddenly? And it will at some point in time for all of us. So I gave you 8 tips. Number 1, I said, remember the only thing constant about life is change. That is a constant. Life will change. It changes every day. It changes every week, every month, and every year. At one time you were younger. We were all newborns. And now you are the age that you are. You know why? Because life is changing. Number 2, remember that you're not alone. You are never, ever alone. You're only alone if you choose to be. Otherwise, you're not alone. You have people that can help you, but you've got to open your mouth and let the people know what you need. Number 3, I said it's normal to feel confused and or upset. That's just a part of life. Number 4, remember the funk that you're in now, eventually it will leave. Whenever bad things in life happen, remember they're not here to stay. Chances are they're here to teach you a lesson, and eventually they'll leave, and something else will enter into its place. But you've got to be ready for it. Number 5, practice self-reflection. You got to reflect. I'm always about, that's why I love my journals, because I'm always reflecting on things. At the end of the month, I like to go through my planner and just reflect on my month. I write down the things that went well, the things that didn't go so well. So now I know how to plan for the following month. So self-reflection is a must, you guys. Number 6, ask for help. Stop being afraid to ask for help. Stop worrying about whether or not people are going to think you're weak. Ask for help because we all need help at some point in time. Number 7, focus on and appreciate what you have left. Yes, you've lost some things. Some big things, some small things, some in-between things, some people, some jobs, some businesses, whatever it is. But focus on what you have left. Stop letting your mind focus on what you don't have. I need you to focus on what you have left. And number 8, you have to make the choice to keep going. You have to make that choice. I have to make that choice. We have to make that choice. That is a choice that only you can make for yourself. Okay, that's all I have, you guys. Thank you so much, my newest subscribers. I love it when I get a notification bell saying I have new subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. My goal has been and always will be to bless each and every one of you in any way that I can. So I hope something that I say, something that I do, helps you to become a better person, helps you to think differently, and just overall just bless you tremendously. That is my goal. I believe that's my purpose in life. So, having said that, you all know the drill, you know my spiel. I love each and every one of you, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can do about it, because I'm going to love you when you're going up. I'm going to love you when you're coming down. I'm going to love you when you're going in. I'm going to love you when you're coming out. Most of all, I'm going to love you when nobody else even likes you. When you feel like you don't have a friend in the world, always know God is your friend, okay? He is always there for us, with us, in all that we say and do. But I love you when nobody else even likes you. Until next time, take care.